Al-Jazzar. Do you know who is Ibn Al-Jazzar? Ibn Al-Jazzar, who is a Muslim physician, or his full name is Ahmed bin Ja'far bin Ibrahim Ibn Al-Jazzar Al-Qayrawani, was born on 895 in Qayrawan in modern-day Tunisia and died on 979. Ibn Al-Jazzar, also known by the Latinized name Al-Jazzar in Europe.
Ibn Al-Jazzar was an influential 10th century Muslim Arab physician who became famous for his writings on Islamic medicine. He studied at the medical school of Kairouan, who was scientifically active during the Fatimid Caliphate, and he is regarded as the most prominent and distinguished graduates of the school. He was raised by a family of scholars and was taught medicine by his father, who was an ophthalmologist, and his uncle Abu Bakr, a pharmacologist who was an expert in preparing medical spices. He also benefited from the instruction from Ishaq ibn Sulaiman, a physician in Kairouan. The relationship between Ibn Al-Jazzar and Ishaq ibn Sulaiman was beyond that of a student and a mentor, and in fact, they were friends and companions. He had learned the Quran at Kutab in his youth and additional expertise in grammar, theology, fiqh, and history at the mosque Uqba ibn Nafa'ah. Ibn Al-Jazzar was an example of a scholar who devoted his whole life to his profession. He even received patients in his home, helped by his assistant who prepared the prescription of his master and collected the fees.
Next, contributions of Ibn Al-Jazzar. There are many contributions that have been given by Ibn Al-Jazzar. Firstly, Ibn Al-Jazzar was known as a 10th century Muslim polymath. He was the first to diagnose leprosy, also called as Hansen's disease, which is an infection caused by slow-growing bacteria called Mycobacterium leprae. This disease can affect the nerves, skin, eyes, and lining of the nose, meaning nasal mucosa. He explained the disease in scientific terms and measures to contain it. Secondly, he also gathered all his unique information during the treatment process of his patients in his famous book named Zad al-Musafir, which is meaning the Viaticum, which was translated into Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, and it was copied, recopied, and printed in France and Italy in the 16th century. Lastly, Ibn Al-Jazzar also as a prolific physician and pharmacologist who worked in various fields of science including philosophy, letters, literature, geography, and history. He often cites in reference the names of foreign authors as if to give importance to his subject or for intellectual integrity. The names of each book that he writes we will mention after this.
Next, for the name of the manuscript and published materials, firstly, the treatise Medicine for the Poor and Destitute, Tibu al-Fuqara wal al-Masakin, a treatise that composed by Ibn Al-Jazzar in the 10th century. This genre was popular throughout in the Middle Ages in Islamic and Western Latin literature. Addressing the needs of the poor and the sick, Ibn Al-Jazzar's monograph has a distinctly popular and practical character. Especially, it is in some a list of remedies with no attention to etiology and symptomatology. Secondly, Ibn Al-Jazzar also wrote a treatise on the treatment of forgetfulness, which is Risalah fi an-Nisyan wa Ilahij, which has been recently edited and translated into English by Garrett Boss on 1995. And lastly, the book on sexual disease and their treatment have been also recently edited and translated into English by Garrett Boss on 1998.